You've been lied to about success. It's not about becoming arrogant or intentionally abandoning people, especially the closest ones to your life. Here's the truth. Success, for many, isn't just a climb up the ladder. It can feel like walking a tightrope between freedom and guilt. And if you've ever survived narcissistic abuse, that tightrope feels more like barbed wire. Here are the 10 unspoken truths about why narcissistic abuse victims fear success. Are you ready for number 1? Success feels like betrayal. Who are you without their voice in your head? That's the terrifying question many survivors of narcissistic abuse face when success knocks at their door. When you've been told for years that your worth depends on someone else's hands, taking back your power can feel like you're betraying the person who made you believe they built you. It's a mental tug of war. When your identity has been shaped around pleasing a narcissist, thriving on your own feels like treason, not triumph. The guilt you're feeling is not because you're doing something wrong. It's just a leftover lie. Success doesn't just mean progress, but finally choosing you. And that takes guts. Are you ready to reclaim your narrative? Let's talk about number 2. Success equals visibility, and visibility feels unsafe. Have you ever felt like success is just a spotlight for danger? That's no coincidence. When you've been conditioned by a narcissist to dim your light, any step toward being seen can feel like stepping into enemy territory. You were taught to play it safe by staying small, because every time you stood out, it triggered jealousy, control, or punishment. So now, even the idea of thriving feels risky. This fear isn't irrational, but a muscle memory from years of walking on eggshells. But here's the truth. Success isn't the danger. Staying invisible is. You're not here to hide. You're here to heal and shine, even if your voice shakes. Isn't it time to stop playing small just to feel safe? You were never the problem. Your light was just too bright for someone who wanted control. Now you get to be seen on your own terms. Let's move on to number 3. They were punished for ambition. What if chasing your dreams feels more like running into a trap? That's what it's like when you've been punished by a narcissist for having ambition. If every time you had a goal, someone mocked or ignored you, your brain started to connect dreaming big with pain. It's like Pavlov's dog, but instead of salivating at a bell, you flinch at the thought of success. Naturally, your drive got tangled up with danger. That's not laziness. That's self-protection. But here's the thing. Your ambition was never the problem. It was just held hostage. Isn't it time to give yourself permission to want more without fear of punishment? You're allowed to dream and want more without flinching or over-apologizing. You're allowed to chase joy like it's your birthright, because it is. Now, let's continue to number 4. They fear outgrowing their tribe. For narcissistic abuse, victims becoming their best selves means losing everyone else. That's the quiet fear many survivors carry. The belief that if you rise, you'll rise alone. You've been surrounded by people who felt safer when you were small, needy, or struggling. Success can feel scary because it might mean outgrowing the people you once called home, even if that home was dysfunctional. That hits hard when the people closest to you only cheered when you were shrinking. It's scary to imagine moving forward without them, but clinging to relationships that only survive when you suffer isn't loyalty, it's self-betrayal. You're not selfish for wanting more. You're just finally choosing growth over guilt. So the question is, do you want to belong or do you want to become? You shouldn't miss number 5. They're still waiting for permission to succeed. Who told you that you need a permission slip to live your dream? If you grew up with narcissistic control, you were likely taught that your dreams only mattered if someone else approved them. So now, even when no one's stopping you, you still feel like you're not allowed to win. That hesitation you feel is old programming. Here's the truth. You don't need a cheerleader to be successful. The narcissist doesn't own your destiny, and neither does anyone else. You already have the pen. You just forgot that you're the one writing the story. So what would happen if you stopped waiting and just started? You are not bound by someone else's fear. You are not required to shrink to make others comfortable. You are free to move forward, even if no one claps. Are you still up for number 6? They were trained to dismiss compliments and recognition. If you've been through narcissistic abuse, praise comes with strings attached, like a trap to control or manipulate you. So, when you do get praise, your instinct is to brush it off or downplay it. Deep down, you've been conditioned to believe that success should never feel too good. But here's the thing. You deserve to take the compliment without guilt. You're allowed to accept recognition as a simple acknowledgement of your hard work, not a debt to pay. It doesn't mean you owe anyone anything. It simply means you did well, and that's worth celebrating. You're finally learning to separate genuine appreciation from manipulation. And honestly, that's not just healing, that's power. Let's keep it moving to number 7. Success feels like pressure, not joy. Your brain gets rewired to survive, not to thrive, when you've endured in narcissistic abuse. It's like your internal alarm system got stuck high alert mode, always scanning for the next emotional ambush. So, even when something genuinely good happens, like a promotion, your first reaction isn't celebration, but suspicion. You brace for the catch, the criticism, the passive-aggressive jab, waiting just around the corner. That's not pessimism, it's trauma logic. Your nervous system learned to associate success with backlash, joy with punishment, and visibility with vulnerability. But here's the truth. Just because your body learned those rules in a toxic environment doesn't mean they're still true now. Feeling anxious when you succeed isn't a flaw, it's a scar. It's your body trying to protect you using outdated intel. And while healing takes time, it also takes permission, the kind you give yourself. You don't have to tiptoe through your own victories. It's safe to celebrate and smile without scanning the room, and to finally enjoy the win, not as a setup for pain, but as a well-earned moment of peace. Here comes number 8. They confuse self-worth with narcissism. When did being proud of yourself start to feel like a crime? If you've spent years around a narcissist, chances are you were told that confidence is arrogance and that loving yourself is selfish. That kind of brainwashing sticks. So now, when you succeed, you might feel uncomfortable, even guilty, for simply feeling good about it. You start shrinking, apologizing, or brushing it off like it's no big deal. But here's the truth. Healthy self-worth is not narcissism. Taking up space doesn't make you a narcissist. It makes you human. What if loving yourself out loud was the boldest way to unlearn what they taught you? You are allowed to celebrate and feel proud without explaining yourself. You are not too much. You were just made to feel small. Finally, we're down to number 9. Success risks exposing them to jealousy again. Have you ever felt like winning makes you a target instead of a champion? If you've survived narcissistic abuse, you know that even your smallest success could trigger a jealous meltdown, from backhanded compliments to full-blown rage. So now, when life starts going right, you flinch a little. You're not scared of success itself. You're scared of what it might cost. When you've been in the blast zone of the narcissist's envy before, your brain learns to play it safe by hiding your shine, shrinking your wins, and keeping a low profile. But guess what? You don't owe the world your silence just to keep someone else comfortable. What if the real success is finally living without fear of who can't handle your light? You're not afraid of success because you're lazy or unmotivated. You're afraid because you were taught that shining too bright would make people leave, punish, or belittle you. But that fear isn't the truth. It's just a scar from someone else's control. You deserve to grow, to win, and to feel proud without looking over your shoulder.